Hey, what's up, guys? Um, so I want to go over your website real quick. I'm going to send you this proposal in the email, but I just kind of want to clarify uh, what you're looking at. Like how in depth you actually got to improve the SEO on this website. So see how I can go over this. So how we know about your website is, we're using a tool called ahrefs. We have an account with, and we track literally hundreds of different websites in here. Um, so, like, here's yours, for example. What this highlight tells us is your health score for your website is strong. You have a strong website. If you think about, look, this one's 89, this one's 99, um, this one's 72. It's a dentist. Um, Sorry, this one right here. So, you're 99 right here. That's strong. That's insane. The colors got me messed up. The red. It's been 23 and 3 has been insane, but the red right there, right? But the point is I mean, look, 89, 96. Mine's in here at 88. And then there's other pages I could scroll through, but you get the idea, right? So in SEO, you would say your site is healthy. So there's other issues. The thing is we have to dig into it. And I'm not going to dig all the way into it on this videos, but in the highlight here, um, something happened there pretty well. That happens. Not a big deal. Referring domains. At the moment, this doesn't look bad here, but I don't know how far this graph's going back. So, you want to click into that and um, see the history of maybe when you started losing these referring domains. I'm not going to dive into what a referring domain is, but the point is how many websites are talking about your website. The more websites you lose of that game, the less dominance you have. Um, you know, your net worth is only as good as the people you know, right? It's the same principle, literally. So, um, backlinks, here we go. Here's your backlinks. I think probably this is where one of the biggest chunks have been happening. I could be wrong, but you have a good amount of backlinks, so it could be in here. Organic traffic. Look, so again, I don't know how far this graph is going, but definitely pretty close because you were up here at 900, and now you're just flatlining. You're dead. Same thing here. Organic traffic dead. So we do have some track keywords in here. With an actual SEO plan, I can add more because I can only have so many keywords for this whole portfolio. So I just put you guys a couple in here, but just to show you how powerful the SEO game can go is generally we try to track um, like um, keywords for your website, basically, for lack of better terms. I would say this is broad, so we probably actually shouldn't even have that there. It's too broad, so you'll never even, in theory, rank for it. It doesn't matter. And so that hurts the metrics as far as how this could be reading as well. So look, I mean, you basically instantly improved. You see that? That's SEO right there. Rewind this video if you didn't catch that, but that shit right there is SEO. Yeah. Anyways, but like, not saying that necessarily edits the website, but that's the process that somebody who actually cares about this stuff would care about. So happy I got it. Anyways, um, keywords: NYC fire extinguisher inspection. Your current position is number 10. You've moved up recently, so you were number 12, number 2. I'm sorry, you were number 12. Your number 6 for these got this one. Um, you should maybe have some Brooklyn terms in here. If I put, I would say personally though, just so you know, I'm over by Garrison Beach, and when I search for Brooklyn fire extinguisher, I think, or that plus services, you guys are like number 3 or 4 or 5. So it's not necessarily that. I can tell you that, um, but I could be wrong without doing more analysis. This could be good because remember you didn't even know about this. I found it because I did SEO stuff. I found it on competitors. throughout the nation. Yeah, so you get the idea. So that's one way we can analyze this. Another way is, I have a review of competitors, so I can quickly uh, add your competitors when you sign up with me in here, and I'll show you what this looks like. We can actually um, track competitors very, very easily, and then compare it to your website. And what that means is it gives you a ability to actually know what you're doing, right? It's not so much guesswork. There's a lot of other tools in SEO that I use that basically completes that task, but I don't know if I'm tracking any competitors for anybody necessarily, because all my accounts are actually running really, really good. Not to brag or anything like that, but everybody's doing really, really well. Um, so this is Pont Inlet. Maybe they have some competitors in here. Okay, cool. So I've been tracking this. I've been running this account for about 4 years now. Just so you know, this is like my MVP. This thing's a beast. It's an absolute beast. You can look it up. Position 121. Matter of fact, we could probably just do like this. Oh, look, 11122 2222222 333. It's beast. This website gets 20,000 monthly views organically. And I'll show you this. But point is, here we are. So we're in here. It shows you, and here we are. So we've been chilling. Again, I've been running this for 4 years. Here's his actual competitor. I've been kicking his ass for a long time now. Watch. Could something happen here? Looks like all of us went down or something. I don't even know. Um, but like this is the overall progress of this account, how well it's been doing against the other guy, and so I've increased my share by 6%. Um, Average positions done really well. Traffic's gone up a lot, right? So more of the point, if I was to cut this video short, which I actually just might because it's 7 minutes in, if you don't have this data, how do you plan to win? And if you're not looking at the data and you're not deploying and acting and executing on this data to win, um, you have the issues that you guys have with your SEO. Um, I don't know exactly what Chase is doing and all of them. I think they're the bigger dominant ones in the space. I'll be honest. They're everywhere, especially with the advertising. So I don't know what the magic sauce that they're necessarily using, other than just throwing more money at it. If they're constantly up 24/7 on the ads, they're spending the money. I'm not saying they're making the money, but you know that's what's going on. So hopefully this helps you. One last thing before I cut this video short, but let me just show you like some processes and content and things like that, right? So take again Ponce Inlet. Let's look at how well they've been growing on this organic traffic. So look, here's their .com. Most websites you'll see, if you use ahrefs or other tools, um, this is usually at the top of your websites. But because I'm an SEO expert, I have actually um, moved. I built blog articles. What I'm trying to say, that are really good at ranking within Google. Okay, so like how to tie a fishing hook, how long can a dolphin hold its breath, what do dolphins eat, how many calories do kayaking burn, how do dolphins sleep, dolphin manatee ecotours. Now this is actually our money keyword as far as our actual service, so that's pretty good to see that that's ranking pretty high when you think about the aspect of this brand that's getting just astronomical traffic a month. It's supposed to be. And that like that the actual service is ranking higher. That's pretty cool. And so you would think like Dolphin Manatee Tours and Manatee, things like that around their service area is doing very well, obviously. And they're ranking for numerous different keywords. There's 280 different variations of this particular way that they can rank locally, in theory. That's what that's saying. Same thing for how to tie a fishing hook. In theory, this website is placed on about 1,000 different types of searches because there's keywords. There's different variations of this keyword. I'll show you. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty huge, right? This particular word is producing 42% of the traffic to this website. And the reason why you do this is branding, for one, but like topical authority. To win in your niche fire extinguisher, you got to build topical authority. So you got to touch on other subjects, right, that touch around fire extinguisher, but are longer, not short. And of course, you have your money terms and your money pages and things like that, hopefully, and generally things always work out. But it's a lot of work for sure. But like if we click into the keywords here, you'll see that these are other variations that we're ranking for. Is basically what I'm trying to say. You can see our positions for them. That's powerful, right? It's powerful data. Most companies don't do this. Most local mom and pops, local shops, right? They don't have this knowledge. Um, I do, so I provide this service to companies like you. Um, the trick, obviously, is just trying to get show this so that way it makes more sense. Otherwise, most people just don't understand what we're trying to build with the process. So how does this actually look, Joshua, on the front end? So let's take one of these local companies, Tarzan Tree Removal. Um, they're local. I just signed up 3 or 4 months ago. So they do PPC with me. We also do content. We do the blog posting that I'm going to refer to. And there's other methods that I plan, social media and things like that. But they're ranking for their stuff, but their niche is not as competitive. You gotta consider that your niche is just harder. It's a different dynamic, and we need to understand what that dynamic is. This is a little bit easier, for lack of better terms, this particular niche. And so the service pages across the board are ranking. The website's growing. This is actually a new .com, so it's fresh. It's going up because we had to rebuild the other .com we lost, let's say. Anyways, so here's like the articles, pretty catchy articles, right? When you think about it, and they're also related to this company's particular expertise. So naturally, Google's just going to like them more as these do what they do. And there's time frames. Obviously, when I wrote these, I did 2 in a month here or 2 in a day, 2 in a month basically. They were written at the same time. By different timelines, right? Different couple of days and pulled together at the last second. But like usually a couple of month, 1 a month. And just real quick, I'll show you what it looks like. I can build these a little bit more in depth, of course. It just depends on, obviously what I'm doing. Got a nice little call to action book now on the side. But this is a nice article, right? And then you get people on like an email list because they like your content. That creates that interaction, that follow, that brand recognition, whatever you may want to say. But you can put them into an automation. So let me show you this. Well, I guess you don't really care necessarily. But like, you can do some crazy stuff. We can use a tool like this and start doing custom journeys for customers. What about that? I don't know if I sent you a link with some new video software I've been playing with. I do have an affiliate link, so if you want to use this, let me know. I have 20% off. It's pretty cool. So this will allow you to basically put scripts in or copy video URLs, for example, and it will create the video for you based off the text. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is, what if your competitors are using this in their social media strategy? Well, I do as an SEO. So I provide that service for your social media. So I will be making some really good, quick 1 minute videos, 5 minute videos to make your YouTube channels or do your, your Facebook, Twitter, whatever it may be. I don't really like Instagram that much, me personally, so I'm just not even providing that service necessarily, unless the money is really good, which would be $1,000 a month just by Instagram. Otherwise, I don't think it's worth it for my time. I just don't understand enough of the dynamics of Instagram, to be honest there. But everything else I understand. So, like Twitter, let me show you Twitter stats. I'll show you my personal Twitter stats. Right, so I understand the dynamics of marketing. Marketing applies to everything that I want to touch, any subject matter. Look at my top followers so far in January alone. This he's followed by 3.1 million followers. Insane. Um, my top follower last month was 228K. Top follower the month before that was 100K, 81K, 175K. Right, so you get the idea. And what I'm trying to say is, I look at this data, I process this information very fluently, very quickly, and I'm able to act on it in an actual campaign type of way. I mean, do you know anybody playing with AI so much? No. It's coming. But yeah, hopefully this helps you. And we can take this, like I said, into an actual a social media campaign. So what I've been doing lately is pushing um, this through my social media platforms. So obviously I have the Pictory with my 20% off link right here. You can just go to my Twitter right here and then sign up. Um, but I've been making videos. Right here. But yeah, so I've been using the videos and you know making nice text to social media. So imagine the power of this, and it doesn't have to be where it's a link. You can actually upload it where it's a video, and so maybe I have it in my pinned tweet, where if you click in, maybe a video just plays. I don't, because I replace it with my YouTube link. But the moral of the point is you just drop your videos in your social media posts, and then as people scroll, right, they can actually see um, um, videos versus actual reading text as they scroll, or a photo. Videos these days are more engaging and whatnot. Um, so I'll just do a couple posts a week, 2, 3 posts a week to get started. And if we go for a bigger package, we can post more fluently. But just to get you out there, because one thing to consider is, if I'm looking for a company to do service with and they're not posting often, and my competition is, probably who am I going to want to go to, at least as far as communicating first with. It just feels more trustworthy to go with somebody that's posting more often. Um, Me personally, I post like a madman. Um, this was an hour ago. Um, right? But I generally try to provide value. Look, you can't outrun the competition, but you can outpace yourself. So we can't. We can only work as hard as we're willing to work. All right. So hopefully you found some value in this video that I tried to showcase you the site issues and what we plan on bringing to the table. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. If I really wanted to just, if you're even watching anymore, uh, so for like SEO, if you're building content, which also translates actually to um, editing your page. So you have to use tools like this. Again, I'm an SEO, so I pay for these tools, um, and I apply these tools for you. And basically, what you can do, as an example, is if we're trying to rank for a tree removal service, um, we plug it in. Okay, so let me just show you an example of how this all will work. Just take an example. So if we come over here and we do new page and we do full custom reports, how to tie a fishing line, and then it's already geared obviously towards our domain, our main keyword here. Um, Competitor pages will include all this information later. So we hit next. What's important here is obviously depending on your plan, um, will dictate this. I am honestly just running the cheapest plan possible because I've gotten to the point where I know what I'm doing, so it doesn't matter to me so much anymore to pay for top-notch tools. But I will say, if a keyword is worthy enough for me, I will try to attack it, and I will utilize these credits. I don't know if it's on a monthly basis or not. It could be a lifetime, whatever, and then I'll upgrade from there. But the point is these are actually really important NLPs, EEATs. So to really kick your ass in SEO, you'd want to use these. Um, that costs more for this program, things like that. Um, check this box. You already have a list of your employers. So you could do this, but it's actually going to do it itself, which is pretty cool. You can actually drill down even further. Here's the thing. So when you're building content, you do national, right? But if you want to do local, I'm not saying it's going to pop up, but most of the time you can drill down into individual cities. I do find it weird that it does not have New York as an option here, but for example, it does have Long Island, New York. But Hack here, Pro Hack, you can actually email support and they will put it in a geo thing for you, um, depending on what you're looking for. If it's not in the thing, which is pretty cool, very nice of them. Um, this tool's like $20 a month, $25 a month, totally worth it. But this costs more. Like these two, as the next level, it gets very expensive because it works. So you're gonna let this to run, and then I want to choose. You can have it automatic. I would say I'd want. So here's one of my companies. This is mine. This is us. You know, I really do this. So, anyways, if I wanted to beat my own article, uh, I can. Now, I will admit, using the Tarzan website as an example, like we're using their account for this, is probably not the best way, but I know how to actually fix it in the end. We can just say that we haven't built the page and it doesn't matter. The thing is if I was to run this, um, because I'm actually, you just have to consider running outside your niche. So I'm running this keyword outside the niche of the Tarzan account. That's what I'm trying to say for this. But it can work just fine, but it can gear it based off of what your website's past data is, right? And so it writes the articles a little bit better. Well, it produces the data you need a little bit better. Trying to don't use Pinterest. Obviously, you got to understand these are the skill gaps, the things you got to learn. What links to probably work with, or not work with. Um, but it comes with just honestly experience. This could be entirely wrong too. Let's just verify. That's fine. So we'll just run these three as an example. Okay. So we'll pick these three, and then it's going to analyze these sites. Basically, what it's doing is trying to find correlation data at this point. With this correlation data, we can actually be competitors. Or you can manually do this. I don't care. So we now we got to pick an actual focus competitor. So like your focus competitor, let's say. Um, Obviously, Ponce is actually the dominant one in this space. I'll be honest with you. So you just click something like that, and then you hit next. Now this is where we fix kind of our error in a way, because see, the domain that this is set at the moment is these guys, but we're searching for a phishing term. So logically, to me, that doesn't make sense, but it can work. It's fine, and you can do this totally fine. But me personally, I'm not trying to do that at the moment. So what you would do, I would imagine, is just click this, and so it would act as if there's just nothing going on here. But also, so so you're not confused. I'm sorry. Um, if you've never built the page, you probably want to click that. Makes sense, right? If you're trying to build a new page, if you have a page you're trying to analyze, this is where the SEO part comes into play. So let's say you had one of your keywords, okay, that is not performing well. Watch. Um, so we want to go to your website. For this example, excuse me, and then we want to go probably to like your top pages in this tool, and we can go in Google Analytics and go that way if we really wanted to. Me personally, I just like ahrefs dashboard. It's very hard, for example, like your website, to be like, oh, where do I go from here, right? Um, it's just not much to go off of. But just as this example, I want to be like, I want to improve this because right now you're number 11. I could go that, but I'm not. I'm going to go number 11. It's a little more niche down than this. That would be more broad, which is something like that. So what we have to do, right, is take this keyword and then plug it over here. And then you just have to make sure you have the URLs. It's at the end, I'm not sure. But put your URL after the .com and you run this tool. Just want to verify that I have it correct. It's just safer. And then you would run it, and it will analyze that page based off of competitors' pages as well, and then tell you why your website is, it'll tell you what is lacking. But we don't have to do this for this example, and so we're just going to let this ride. And then now it's going to find the missing variations based off your keyword that you should probably use in this article based off of these competitors. It's what this has just done. And then same thing for here. These are another variation of that. You can run it without if you want, but hit submit. Obviously, this takes credit. And what's cool is they're constantly trying to teach you these things. I've went through this entire course. I bought this course 4 years ago. I still use Kyle Roof's Page Optimizer Pro. Now, you could click it and it won't show up ever again. I personally just like it popping up because maybe one day I'm in an inquisitive mood or something, or I have a question or something. I'll be honest, I haven't watched these in 4 years either. But I think at some point in time that's going to happen. I'm going to want to refresh something, or I'm going to want to work on a particular subject that I want to really get good. And so maybe I want to reference these guys because these guys are honestly the best. If you don't know who Kyle Roof is, he's the man. He's done some crazy things. Yeah. So now the tool has ran, right? And you can click report, and then it just tells you basically, what you should, how to analyze this content brief, basically, for lack of better words. And then you can click this here so it doesn't show up again. I personally don't want to. Jesus Christ. So, search engine title, you should have this in the must use, right? And then subheadings, these should be used as like H2s, H3s, H4s, H5s. It tells you, for example, how many use in that. Okay, and then whether you have it on your page. So once you build a page or whatever, it'll compare it, and then it'll give you. I've actually noticed a little bit of NLP for free, which is cool. So you definitely usually want to include these some way, shape, or form in a natural way in your heading. Same thing for the main content. It these are keywords you're supposed to be using inside the content, the ranges, stuff like that. It's got some NLPs in it as well, and that's basically it for this. It also tells you how many words you should probably have in your article, how many sections you should have. Take that for a grain of salt. Make it how you want, in my opinion. How many words you should have. Some other settings. It gets very, very intense. I'm not really with diving into it on this video. But one thing I will just highlight real quick. This is a great thing. The to-do list. Just go through these, and it just tells you like increase the number of variations of H2s by 2. That doesn't really make sense to me because it's 4,000 words, so it should have way more. So maybe it's variations. Maybe I would look at this maybe. So that makes more sense. 18 H2s for a 4,000 word article. That makes more sense. And so you build your article based off of these params. Yeah. SEO gets deep. I mean, it really, really does. Just trying to think if there's anything else I should highlight about this aspect. Generally, I covered the social media strategy, tackle Facebook, Twitter, Google My Business. That translates back to the website. You do the YouTube thing, you get that going. What if you had these, like I sent you guys this, right? Remember? To review. But this was made with AI, the video. So just to wrap this all up, if you have a bunch of fire extinguisher terms plastered throughout the web, and then you have your links in the description. Now keep in mind, it takes up to 2 months on a fresh account to be able to get these hyperlinks in. You can put it, but it won't be hyperlinked. But this is an insane SEO strategy. This is a very new video, so it doesn't have a lot of views. But if I was to maybe take another video, not sure, because this channel is just getting started, this one right here. But I released this one yesterday, and it already has 105 views. I have some other videos I've been experimenting with, Solana NFTs, blockchain, crypto stuff. It's got 1,700 views, 4 comments, 58 likes. So YouTube is just something that traditionally we haven't taken serious in the agency in 2022. We did dabble in it in a little bit. Now we're actually looking to brand it out and provide the same experience to customers. So you see how it's nice and branded out. We are actually running other accounts as well. Because I'm in the studio. How do I? So here, better, here, better. I'm trying to find. I can't hear. It's not fine. That's weird that I would show up there. But what I'm trying to say is, if you take that fire extinguisher type of way, that mentality, and as an example, 5 ways to unclog your plugged up ears. what if you're selling hearing aids and you start making videos about this, and then you start becoming a subject matter in the space, and just people happen to live, I don't know, in Brooklyn, New York, or New York in general. Well, next time maybe they need a fire extinguisher, they're going to call you. So you could start targeting the business sector, start targeting easy keywords in the business space, things that programs that businesses are going to be needing to use. For example, the fact that you're a fire extinguisher company and you're talking about programs that can help the company. Um, Somebody could be like, "Oh, we need some fire extinguishers," and the guy in the office is like, "Oh, I know a guy." So who knows how this can all play out? That's the whole point of SEO and these strategies. You just really don't necessarily know. You kind of just deploy a whole bunch of stuff, and it actually just ends up working out. So okay, hopefully you found some value in this video. Talk to you later.